River, and you're watching KIPP Student News.
This week on KIPP Student News, there is a story about bilingualism. Kids skipping school, the Mississippi River, a man who drove into a house, and a rapper in Bones' fatal death. All this coming up on KIPP Student News.
Welcome to KSN. Have you heard of something called bilingualism? Bilingualism may sound like a bad word, but it isn't really a bad thing. Being bilingual means knowing two languages. Researchers found that being bilingual made kids more effective at multitasking. They also found that adults who are bilingual do a better job of sorting out information in confusing situations than those who don't. In addition, being bilingual can help ward off Alzheimer's disease. This is how it works. While you are speaking in one language, your mind is still thinking in both languages. It's almost as if your mind is staying prepared just in case you decide to change languages without warning. So even though you don't notice it, your mind is constantly thinking in both languages.
Thanks, Donovan. 5 parents were arrested because they were knowingly letting their children skip school. 2 of the adults, Natividad Arteaga and her ex-husband, allowed their 14-year-old daughter to accumulate 10 unexcused absences and 28 late arrivals. The parents were recently arrested after dropping their girl off at school. They face a sentence ranging from probation up to $25,000 in fines. The parents paid the fine and were released. And now here's Riley.
Thanks, Ms. Hernandez. Microsoft announced an $8.5 million deal for internet telephone service Skype Technologies. This deal represents the largest cash purchase by Microsoft in its 36-year-long history. According to Microsoft's press release on the deal, the combination will extend Skype's world-class brand while enhancing Microsoft's existing portfolio of communication products. Just last year, Skype connected over 170 million users and over 207 billion minutes of voice and video conversations were recorded. Microsoft is hoping to gain a lot from acquiring the successful company. And here's Nitika.
Thanks, Riley. Now a sad story about one of our beloved rappers. Cali Swag District member Monte Mbone Talbot was killed in a weekend drive-by shooting in his hometown of Inglewood, California on Monday. Cali Swag District rose to fame in 2010 with their hit song Teach Me How to Dougie. The group had been recording tracks for an upcoming album in their hometown when Mbone was killed. Talbert's manager told ABC News that Talbert was taking a break from the recording session to drive out to the store to get something to drink when another car pulled up behind him and fired 2 shots, hitting him in the head. The motive for the shooting is going under further investigation. We will surely miss him. I think for one day we should celebrate his death by dancing to the dougie.
My favorite dance is to do Teach Me How to Dougie. Okay, here it goes.
My favorite dance is cat dance. Yo, now we do it right now.
Yeah. I don't know where it's at. Yeah.
Alright, so my favorite dance move is the forward and backward shuffle mixed with the Cabbage Patch. Wait, how did Cabbage Patch go again? Oh yeah. Alright, so here it goes.
High school senior James Tate wanted to impress his friend by asking out a girl named Sonali Rodriguez to their prom in Shelton, Connecticut, in a way that would grab the whole world's attention. So he went to a school in the middle of the night and taped a piece of cardboard on its entrance saying, "Sonali Rodriguez, will you go to the prom with me?" The good news? She said yes. But what's the bad news? Tate is now banned from attending the prom because the school says he was trespassing and risked his life by using a ladder to put up the romantic request. On the other hand, the mayor of Shelton is getting involved because he doesn't think the punishment fits the crime. Also, there is a group on Facebook to support potential prom date. And here's Kojo.
Thanks, Donovan. The flooding Mississippi River is causing a lot of conflicts for Louisiana towns. Additional floodgates opened Sunday to stop the water from coming down on Louisiana floodplain. This flood is the worst we've been against in decades. This great wall of water is leaving residents of the area with the grim choice: stay and hope the sandbags hold back the water, or leave their homes. Roads are clear and people are piling up dirt and sand in case the lake overflows. About 25,000 people live in the Atchafalaya River Basin, and they have been warned that the water can rise up to 29 feet because of the Morganza spillways opening, which is calculated to relieve pressure on the levees protecting the Baton Rouge and New Orleans. A mandatory evacuation has been ordered in some areas. This whole experience is tragic and will hopefully be resolved with a good outcome. And here's the weather report with Christopher Morales.
Weather. Looking at the north and southeast regions, there will be a mix of some clouds and rain, so be on the lookout for possible rain. Looking across the southwest, they will experience sunshine with clouds possibly. Looking at the Midwest, rain is coming, so prepare for an indoor activity. The west will experience rain in the north and sun in the south. Alright, time to take a look at the 5-day forecast for Southern California. Los Angeles will mostly have sun, ranging temperatures from mid-60s to mid-70s. Malibu can also expect to see some sunshine coming their way, temperatures ranging from mid-60s to early 70s. San Fernando Valley definitely going to see some sun, temperatures ranging from late 60s to late 70s. Finally, Pasadena going to see some sun with temperatures ranging from late 60s to late 70s. That's a look at your weather, and now back to the studio.
Thank you, Christopher. Thursday, 2 U.S. Border Patrol agents were assisting in the apprehension of suspected illegal immigrants when their vehicles were struck by a freight train. The incident happened just south of Gillibit, Arizona. Now authorities are investigating what caused the accident that killed Border Patrol agents Eduardo Warhas Jr. and Hector Clark. Before their death, the agents were in an on-duty SUV and were assisting other officers in tracking down a group of people suspected to have entered the country illegally, according to Arizona Attorney General Tom Horn. In the end, this is a very drastic story, and tragedy is a reminder to all of us to why people risk their life every day at home and abroad to defend our country. Now here's Ryan with the fun fact.
Do you believe vending machines are dangerous? Well, oddly enough, vending machines kill 10 people each year.
Was that it?
Yeah.
A man who allegedly drove into an occupied house in Compton was arrested with the help of neighborhood residents who chased after him when he fled the scene. The driver was drunk when he lost control of his car at about 10:25 p.m. Tuesday and crashed into 2 parked cars and then into a home. The man and his passenger ran from the scene but were followed by neighbors and then taken into custody by responding officers. The driver, whose name is not available, was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence in a hit and run. One good thing is no one was harmed in this crash. And here's a quote.
Thanks, Donovan. Many kids have to go to schools based on their zip codes, and it is said that this does not give them equal education. Recently, Tanya McDowell, a Connecticut mother, is facing felony charges for lying on her 5-year-old son's registration forms so that he could attend a better school. Now a convicted felon, an Ohio mother, Kelly Williams, was pressed with the same charges because she wanted her son to have a better education. Many believe that their children should have an equal education like those who live in better communities, and that their children shouldn't have to suffer because they can't afford it. This is sad, and that not everyone can get an equal opportunity to be able to have a good environment so that they can learn it.
Thank you for joining us today on KIPP Student News.
We take the news of the world and bring it into your classroom. See you next. And May 10th, Aaron Martin could only muster a whisper for beep, 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 ooh, beep.
This week's question of the week is, would you rather...
Hey, you stop as soon as it...
There you go. She came to me, starting at the beat, just took it right. I see the W, everybody clubbing in the hay skinny jeans, cause the burner keep bumping. Yeah, yeah,